So I told you about that quote, choose the lake, choose the boat, then row as hard as possible. How should you choose the right lake and boat? I actually learned a fantastic tip from the first book I ever read, like the first self-improvement book. The book was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. And he said something very interesting. He said, don't think about the benefits of the thing that you want. Think about the problems of the thing and ask yourself, would you actually like to solve them? What this means is, right now, you're trying to figure out, okay, which path should I take? It's hard to answer this question because when you think of the paths that you're thinking of, like being a YouTuber, agency, maybe this one career, this thing, that why it's so hard is because you are probably, be honest, you're probably only thinking about the positives of each one, aren't you? You're probably thinking, okay, YouTuber, I'd make money and I'd get a level of clout. Agency, I'd make money and I'd get a level of clout. Copywriting, I'd make, like, the positives, the benefits of these things, they're quite similar, and so it's too hard to really like make the decision on that. The better way to do it, which is so obvious now that I say it, is don't think about the positives of something, because the truth is, any business model you choose, if you work super hard and you become super successful, like one of the top guys in that niche, you'll end up making a fuck ton of money. The more important thing to do is choosing the one that you actually could stick to long term, and the way you do this is by asking yourself, what are the problems that you want to solve? So straight away, when I saw this in this book, straight away, you know, I'm here doing copywriting, drop shipping, eBay, flipping, becoming a rapper. Literally, I was genuinely practicing to become a rapper. I'm not even good or anything. I was literally just, you know, I have this growth mindset where I genuinely believe I can do anything. I could genuinely become like an astronaut if I wanted to put the time into it. I know some guys would disagree because they've got a fixed mindset. I have a very good growth mindset. I genuinely believe that I can do anything. I just have to like literally sacrifice all of my life and to like do that thing. I can create the success. It's just that it's very difficult for a lot of things, right? This was my mindset. So I thought with rapping, it's like if I practice it for 8 hours a day and keep learning, I will get to the point where I'm like a somewhat of a successful rapper. Never to the, you know, the matching the people who have got the genetic talent and also the hard work. Okay, fair enough. But to the good point, right? That was always my line of thinking. So even though it sounds kind of cringe of me saying that I'd be a rapper, it kind of makes sense when you have a growth mindset and you don't have like a small dick. When you've got this kind of personality where you believe that, yeah, like if I worked hard enough, I could achieve whatever I wanted. At that point, it was so like, you know, I was here trying all these different business models and just so clueless to what to take. But then I read this book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and I asked myself, okay, what problems would I actually want to solve? Straight away, I crossed out coding, because I was coding at the time, and maybe this is an unfair stereotype, but I just imagined what coders look like with like shitty posture, addicted to coffee, little like skinny dweebs, and that's just like offensive, I'm sure. Like, you know, it's an actual like great business model and it is part of the future and everything. It's just not my personality, and so I thought to myself, you know what, that's not the problem I want to solve. Then how about like rapping? Do I want to solve the problem of like trying to be lyrical and stuff? Not really. Straight away, what came to my mind specifically, I'm going to tell you the exact thing. I thought about YouTube and I thought about the problems that would arise from YouTube. Two things came to mind. One was like people's perceptions of me and comments. And two was technical things. I specifically visualized having problems with like my editing software. Obviously, this was back a while ago when like I would edit my own videos and everything. And I saw the editing software crashing or whatever it was, and you know, that's a problem of being a YouTuber. It's like some weird technical annoyance. And I thought to myself, you know what, I'd actually happily solve that kind of problem. And the one with like, you know, comments and stuff of people being trolls, that's a problem that I think I can manage fairly well. That's what got me to choose the right business model for me, which was YouTube. It was literally, I did this practice once and we have proof that I chose the right business because here I am today.